He did?
He did what?
When that...
Who did?
The White Rabbit.
What rabbit?
The universe is an overgrown forest of stories passed down and those that are new. Join us as we chase the white rabbit through these tales, whether they be fact or fantasy. You are now diving down the rabbit hole. Alrighty, folks, we are back with another episode of The Rabbit Hole. With me, as always, is my bosom buddy, my partner in crime. How you doing there, B-Bob?
I'm doing good. How about you?
I can't fucking complain, buddy. I can't. Dude, it's been a while, right?
It has. It feels good to have another podcast. I've been looking forward to it.
Man, I think it's been over a year since we put out the Bigfoot Family Vacation.
Yes. Definitely been a year. But it's nice. It's cool. I see you got some new mics.
Well, you
Hopefully
know,
they work out good.
I try to be fancy every now and then.
Yeah. It's nice.
But as you got to hear our little intro music, we're grabbing our axes and boarding longships, buddy. We're going to hit the seas again, but this time there's no eye patches or pirate flags. It's all about the Vikings now, buddy.
I like Vikings.
Well, that's kind of what we modeled our early 20s after, wasn't it?
There was a lot of Viking references.
I couldn't tell you how many times I got drunk out of that horn.
Yes.
Got Das Horn.
Das Horn.
I think
What happened to it?
Sammy drank out of it, and I never wanted
That was
to
the
have
end of
it,
it, right?
Yeah, that was the end of that.
Mm.
Yeah,
He's been the end of many things.
it was dirty. It come out the shop. There was spider webs and asshole flakes in the bottom of it. And it was just Bud Light and Sammy's lips. And I was like,
he was
all
on
right,
that Bud Light Platinum kick. It was just a rough time.
that's fancy nanner.
But I do remember Das Horn.
But before we even get into it, you tell me what you know about Vikings, bud. What's your broad stroke on it? You ain't got to give me a history report, but
Like actual characters, I don't know. But the actual concept of Vikings, like, if the show Vikings has any credit, that's about the most I know of it.
well, you were
Like
telling
the
me.
show Vikings.
You tell me you really liked it. I still haven't checked it
Like
out.
there was a dude named Ragnar that wanted to go west because all he did was go east, and then he found the monks, the Christian monks, and like the sheephead. Yeah.
So right.
But it really encapsulated just before. It kind of encaptured like their lifestyle really well, I would say. How they would have like meetings. It did kind of showcase how they had like a society, and there was like tiers to it. They called them jarls, I think.
They
was
did.
was the leader of the town. It was like a jarl, and so you kind of got to see a little bit of that. It was pretty cool.
Okay. Now, I know you've seen the show, and you probably played the God of War with
Love God of War.
with all the Viking references and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to find out it's not a person. It's a trade. Like you're a plumber, I could be a Viking.
Okay.
It's kind of like that. Before we get into all that, we're going to get this raiding party started, pun intended. The word Viking likely comes from Old Norse word vikring. This word is also synonymous. Lord, where the fuck is my mouth today?
Popcorn reading got you.
Yeah, you can't call on me, cuz you can't. But it's synonymous. I wrote this shit, still can't read it. With inlet, creek, or bay.
So no ocean.
No ocean, but was referring to the places these people would land to raid and pillage and
Okay.
all that good stuff like that. Which, like I said, it doesn't refer to a person. It's a job.
Now, bouncing back just to what I know, or what I was, as I'm thinking as you speak, did Vikings kind of centralize in one area, Scandinavia, right? Okay. That's a beautiful place, by the way.
Oh, fucking
Like the
miserable.
scenery, it's beautiful.
Oh, back in the day, I'll cover that. Not so much.
Oh, well, I imagine,
Not-
like, conditions. Yeah. You said I was a plumber. They didn't have plumbing back then, so anything back then was probably rough.
Hey, you know what? I always I'm glad you brought that up. Everybody romanticizes the Old West or pirate times or medieval era. Nobody
Plumbing.
washed.
Plumbing.
Yeah, nobody washed ass. Nobody flushed toilets. Like, it was a whole thing at that point. And I'm not okay with that. But like I said, it's a job title. But I'm really not sure how the interview process would have worked. I'm assuming, something kind of like a Thunderdome situation.
Okay.
Last man standing gets to row the boat to the new country. Kind of a shitty gig, but
Wait. So I didn't know that about Vikings. So they did like a trial? Like you had to get your Viking license?
I would assume because everything is hierarchical. Like you were talking about the different classes of people.
Mhm.
Everything runs off a hierarchy. So you would have to prove yourself for the jarls, which is nobility, to even consider you to be able to put you on a ship. If you was damn Ivor the stupid ass, like, you're not gonna.
Ivor the useless.
Like, come on now.
Ivor the Fortnite emo.
Oh hell! But
What about the shield maidens? Man, they utilized their women, right? Vikings.
they held
were pretty resourceful, I would say.
They held a standing in the community.
Okay.
It wasn't, which, like I said, I'm gonna cover some laws here,
Okay.
which actually show that compared to the rest of the world at that time, women had a lot more rights and way in the community than anybody else did at the time.
To further lay the setting, what was the time frame? So, like, what other civilizations were going on at the same time as the Vikings?
I know it was the beginning of 705 AD was the beginning of the Viking era.
705?
705.
Wow. I thought it was older than that.
No, sir.
Okay.
What we know is Norway and Denmark and all these places weren't even called these at that point. This is before Scandinavia was called Scandinavia.
That was Kattegat.
Yeah, I mean, these seafaring badasses originated from Scandinavia, from an area now known as Norway, Sweden, and Denmark. Now, I don't know if y'all were wondering, like I did, but what made these group of people start the travel and the expansion if they had a homeland and they had, like, all that? Well, like you were saying, you have to look at the condition these people were living in. You had cool climates, long, dark winters, and, like, that revolved their life. Like, that shaped the type of life these people were having. On top of that, they had limited farmland, which made them rely a lot on, like, fishing and trade to survive. So it was necessary for them to start the raiding parties and the trade routes and everything because you can't sustain with no farmland. Oh, God, have mercy.
See if the mic picked that up.
I fucking hope so. But when they were stationary, like in Scandinavia and all that, they would live in like these small, scattered out settlements. And they would live what was called longhouses. A longhouse is a rectangular structure made of like earth, wood, and stone. Imagine about the width of a backer barn, but shot out.
Now, was it like because it's a longhouse, was it like multiple families and stuff? It was like a place for all of them to live together?
It was very, you relied on the other man. Everything was a very tight-knit community. And they also had, in the middle of these structures, was basically like a big fire pit for the community to cook and stay warm and all that good stuff. So I mean,
they had centralized heat and air.
I wouldn't say air, unless Ivar the Useless has opened the window, but...
Close the damn door!
But like you were talking about the Jarls and Carls and stuff, their society was broken...
Did you just say Jarls and Carls?
Follow me. Broken up into social classes. 3 of them. You had the Jarls, which is nobility. The Carls, which is Karls, that's Carl.
That is Carl.
That's Carl.
That's Carl.
Which was your average free person. So, you know, normal old Carl. And then at the bottom were the thralls, which were enslaved people. And, you know, my silly ass couldn't help but wonder, if you can't farm and do all this other shit, how the hell did you get slaves? Like, where did you find them? And, well, I have an answer now. Of course, you have your, like every other culture done at that time, like your raiding and capturing, and you had the slave trade route. Well, in the Viking community, you could also go into slavery for committing a crime or owing debt.
And
hey,
what did they use for money? Like, it was just basic silver and gold?
Francs.
Yes,
sir. They done francs. Not francs, marks. They used marks.
Okay.
And the equivalent would be 3 marks back then was €8. That's the closest comparison.
Okay.
Which I'll give you some more numbers here in a few. But, you know, like I said, committing breaking the laws of like the Viking community and shit like that could get you enslaved or killed.
So they had like a structure of like not only laws but law enforcement.
Yes. And I found 2 laws that tickled the shit out of me. My 2 favorites are regarding insulting a man and kissing.
Separate things.
2 separate things. It's not insulting a man and then kissing him.
Okay. I didn't know if that was like a loophole in the law. You know, like I talked shit to him, but I kissed him.
As long as I kiss him,
I'm good.
As long as I kiss him in the mouth, he can't be upset with me, right?
Here's my marks, my francs, my balls, whatever the hell.
My shillings.
My billies.
In the Viking era, an insult could turn deadly. A simple insult. And this is why I told you at the beginning, my big ass had been killed like 2nd week in the Viking village.
They done blood eagled your ass.
Oh, I've been fucked. But picture this, man. You have a neighbor. We'll call him Bjorn Bellamy.
Not Bjorn.
And Bjorn is a major cunt. Like, every hunt you go on, he scares the boars away. If y'all go fishing, he tangles up everybody's lines. And while everyone's trying to sleep,
he farts.
He's practicing his fucking jaw harp solos. And if y'all don't know what a jaw harp solo is, I'm going to insert the sound right here and give y'all a picture. But before y'all even get to hear it, I'm gonna play for B here so he can hear.
Okay.
What a jaw harp solo is.
I have no idea.
You don't?
No.
Would you like to?
Is it at least pleasant?
Sure.
Welcome to Crash Bandicoot.
Just born all night. Bing, 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 bing.
His ass would be dead.
Just all night. Bing, 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 bing.
He only got one string.
Oh, God.
Life was rough.
Bruh. And even after all this, Bjorn's been a complete menace for as long as you fucking known him. And then boom, bro, you snap. You snap one day. And you call him a stupid asshole. In Viking law, you just fucked up for real. In this society, your reputation meant everything. This was how you were able to trade, work, hunt. It meant, it was everything to your survival. And it made your way in the world. Damaging someone's reputation was punishable by fines or even death. If what you said to Bjorn was bad enough, they would shun him if he didn't kill you immediately.
Wow.
And
he probably couldn't even do that right because he's such a piece of shit. Fuck you, Baron.
I mean, he's Ivar's brother, so I mean. Ivar and born to useless.
Now, what if people got creative instead of just talking shit? They just killed them and then claimed that they talked shit to them.
Well, you would have to take it up to a tribunal, which is called the tip. It's like, yeah. Dude, they're not here for how I pronounce words. Well, no, they are here for how I pronounce words. But it was your high chieftain and like the nobles would decide on stuff like that.
Okay.
But those kind of laws would have, like for that law to take effect, it would really be, we'll just say you're Ivar the Useless. You done played, you fucking scared the fish away, you fucked everything up. You walking down the road and you trip, and I look over at Igor, and I'm like, that's a dumb son of a bitch. Igor has to tell you.
Has to tell me because you insulted me.
I fucked up your reputation with the tribe.
Because I told one person. Because you told one person.
I said it in front of one person.
Wow.
I messed up your reputation, and by law, I'm either supposed to pay you for messing it up, or if I have messed it up bad enough, you have to kill me or you're messed up.
You owe me 25 of those jaw strings. I'm starting a band.
And I'm not going to lie to you. I looked it up. You can buy them now. People practice with these things.
What are you practicing?
It's all the flicking of it.
I mean, there's got to be a technique, but it's only one string.
It's not a string. It's a metal bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you fuck
You're
up with
just
that
flicking
thing,
a metal bar.
you'll bust your teeth all to pieces.
But it's strung tight, so it has that wing wing.
It's kind of like a tuning fork. Imagine what you would do with a tuning fork. It's kind of the same concept, but you blow air through it.
Okay. Okay.
Would you like to hear my other law that just right here?
Yes, please.
The kissing law was one I did not expect to run across. When you think of Vikings, most folks' first thought is like pillaging and raping and all that other stuff, right?
Right.
Well, believe it or not, consent was a big rule in their culture, to the point that if you even kissed a young lady in the village without her permission, you would be outlawed from the village. Outlawed is, think of the Amish banishment kind of stuff. We don't trade with you. You do not exist anymore. You are out in the Scandinavian wilderness by yourself.
Now, what you're telling me, and I'm just kind of thinking as we go, is this why they were so brutal to the people that they raided and weren't a part of their society because it didn't apply to their laws?
It could be.
Like they could just kind of go crazy with them because it didn't matter. They weren't dealing with people of their own.
Honestly, I never looked at it like that, but it's a strong possibility. Because
I mean, beyond the pillaging and the raiding and the looting and all the stuff that they did, I was thinking maybe they were like also snatching people up to get labor and slaves, but maybe those people didn't apply to the law, or did those slaves apply to the law?
well, it was still seen as property.
Because surely they don't have a reputation.
No, they're seen as property. The thralls are owned by nobility.
Okay.
You can't be just a regular Carl and you ain't got to giggle every time I call Carl. But
It's just the term.
you couldn't be a regular old Carl and own slaves. It's the same concept as, every person in the South didn't own slaves because it was an expensive, you couldn't just be a poor regular person and own people at any point in life.
It was like a status point.
A
So
status
like to
symbol.
have, where everybody's got 3, you got 5. And, I heard that Bjorn won his lawsuit, so he's now got 5 that are all playing that jawstring all times.
Well, Bjorn was trying to take my shiny one from me, but I wasn't going to let him. So, enough of that.
Anywho.
But like I said, you would be outlawed from the village, and that punishment just wasn't limited to you. Your kinsmen could suffer your same fate.
Just by being blood?
Just by being blood. You went out and kissed a girl and she didn't want that shit. You fucking me, you fucking Dylan, you fucking grandma and pop. Like, we all may have to go out there and thug it out in the wilderness.
Wow.
Because it just happens. So, just one kiss on a lady that didn't want it, and boom, Granny's kicked out the village to freeze to death.
Damn.
And you thought getting consent was extra important nowadays? Your ass would have been out on the village.
Now, talking about the structure of their society and their towns and reputation in the families, were like all the Vikings in one town, or were there like Viking towns and they were like rivals, or were they like, did they see each other as like one nation kind of thing?
You would have multiple small outstretching of communities under one jarl. So, say I'm King Big Dick Viking and I run this village, this village, this village. And you and Ivar and Bjorn are over there in that village and that village and that village.
I guess what I'm saying, or my question is, does the other village, district, whatever you want to call it, area, follow the same laws? Is it across the board?
It's a common law. It's common law of the land.
Okay.
Now, would you like to hear the big kick in the teeth about the kissing law?
Absolutely.
Sometimes you are still breaking the law even if she wanted a kiss.
How so?
Kissing a woman in private in this era, not on the privates, but in private, could lead to a fine up to 3 marks, which was, like I told you, was €8. Which in today's money, if you switch that to USD, is $5,592.24 for one kiss. You really think about that.
So, you said the fine was 3 marks. 3 marks translates to 5,000 USD.
In today's money.
But were marks hard to come by?
Any money at that point was hard to come by. You lived off of trading and bartering systems. Any kind of actual money was rare to see.
Okay.
And what kills me, like I said, $5,592 for one kiss.
I'll be making counterfeits.
Hell, there's motherfuckers sucking dick nowadays for Facebook likes and a 4 for $4. Like, you pay $5,000 for one kiss. Oh, fuck. Now, we've touched a little on, like, daily living and some laws and stuff like that. I would like to show you a little bit of their belief system that pushed these warriors to be the way they were.
Okay.
The Viking religion is referred to as Norse paganism, which revolves around a rich and slew of gods and goddesses. Like a rich culture, there's a bunch of gods. It's not monotheistic like Christianity. And think of it as like Odin and Thor and all that. Like you've heard those names.
Oh yeah, Loki.
And
wolf that was chained.
Exactly.
The world serpent.
The world serpent and all that. Yep. And you had, like I said, unlike Christianity, these gods weren't viewed as like some perfect, flawless being. They were seen with more like human traits and flaws and characteristics.
Oh.
And when I learned this, I thought of the people that I knew. Like, if it's more people-like, I think of the people I know.
Relatable.
And I know some silly fuckers. So I wanted to see if the Norse pantheon had some goobers in it, like my friend group did. And again, the internet never disappoints when I start looking up shit like this. Thor's wedding, where he's the wife.
Thor's the wife?
Thor's the wife.
To who?
The giant Thrym stole Mjolnir, which is Thor's magic hammer, and used it to ransom for the hand of Freya, Odin's wife, the goddess of love, beauty, war, and death. So the scheme is hatched that Thor will pretend to be Freya in the wedding, as Loki pretends to be a bridesmaid and steals the hammer back.
Okay.
This shit tickled me for the simple fact that Thor in Norse mythology is not Chris Hemsworth. He's not a Hemsworth type. That's not what he looks like. Think more of the depiction from God of War as a reference, you know? So basically some battle-hardened, like, large uncle figure in a wedding dress, pretending to be the embodiment of beauty itself.
Better be a floofy dress.
Like, there's pictures, and then I'm going to add, of Thor with the veil over his face. It's just a swole dude in a dress.
With a beard.
With a beard. It's a whole fucking beard. So, like, what this taught me, what the moral of this lesson taught me is, giants are blind and don't know if women have beards or not. That's all this story taught me.
Wait, so he bought it?
He bought it. He bought it until
And he got his hammer back.
Yep.
I'll be damned. How did Loki pick it up?
I don't think it's like it is in the Marvel movies.
Okay.
I don't think it's like that because there's a lot of stories of people stealing the hammer.
Okay, so it's common.
Like no, that some bitch loses that motherfucker. Like
so, Marvel fixed the problem.
Basically.
What?
This next one tickles me.
Okay.
Another time that someone wanted to marry Freya, because apparently that had to be the best snatch in like Norse mythology.
What Zeus was it? Because he'd be fucking everybody.
We're gonna cover Greek mythology, and not only did he fuck everyone, he fucked everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah. Zeus was horny.
So, to be able to marry Freya, this giant, I don't know why these giants want Freya so bad, but they do.
Apparently she's bad.
They got to be bad. He was given the impossible task of fortifying Asgard in an impossible deadline. Like, build these walls and towers in this much time and you can marry Freya. Well, I guess that horny power kind of put it on
do
him.
some shit on him. Maybe pull some long days.
He got a giant stallion to help him. Pull the rocks and all this other stuff, and Loki decided to
Wait.
help.
So the giant found a giant stallion?
Yes.
So we're embracing that there's giant animals as well?
How else would a giant ride a horse?
So we're just saying it's common knowledge that there's like giant horses as well as giant.
It said giant stallion.
So is there like giant spiders?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
In a lot of mythology, there's giant spiders. When we covered the Japan mythology, spiders are every fucking where.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, God. There's a moon queen that will fucking make you pee on yourself a little bit.
Mm.
But Loki decided to help out, I guess.
Okay.
In all his godly wisdom, Loki transformed himself into a mare to distract the stallion.
In what ways, you ask?
Well, it worked. And the deadline was missed. But at what cost? Loki ends up pregnant
Oh, no!
in his mare form. And he gives birth to an 8-legged steed named Slifferin. Sliffernair. Slipper.
Is that the house from Harry Potter?
No, that's Slytherin.
Oh, okay.
Which is what that stallion did to Loki. He slithered in.
Yeah.
So,
Loki took one for the team there?
next time you think you're down for your fucking people, and you think you'll take one for the team, remember, Loki got fucked by a giant horse for his stepmother. Not even his real mom, his stepmother.
She must have been bad.
It was Fred. Oh fuck. Well, fellas, we're getting close to the end of this. We're about 32 minutes into it. We're gonna give these folks a little short, just saying we're back,
Okay.
kind of shit. And if everybody liked it, we can cover a part 2 of the Vikings, and we'll go over some famous Vikings and how they affected the world through like travel and commerce and everything like that.
Okay. I definitely like the topic. I like the Vikings. I think they're cool.
And maybe we can use that horse to drag fucking Isaac up here so he can get some Vikings going.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know where he's at.
So we're back in the saddle. It was a long pause, bullshit life, all that good stuff. How does it feel to be back, B?
Feels good. I always enjoyed when we started this. I'm going to say this idea started, 2 years ago?
2 years ago.
Roughly. We put out some episodes, but it's always nice to have these conversations because maybe the viewer don't fully realize, but like we're just sitting down having a casual conversation. This is how we talk to each other, but we're taking the concept of learning a topic, so it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to I came from this learning a few things.
Most definitely. That was going to be my next. Do you have some things that you learned today that just is going to stick with you for a while?
Besides Avar the Useless,
Besides Avar,
I'm probably going to think about him for about a week.
And it's
That damn instrument, I'm going to think about that. The Jarls and Carls and Marks and Bobs and Billies and Bams. I thought that was interesting. And the mythology is pretty cool too, because I like Greek mythology the most. I'm really into that, thanks to God of War. But yeah,
Well, with that being said,
definitely
man,
learned something.
with us being back and we're going to start trying to get full swing into this, me trying to do stand-up videos, this is going to put out content. We're going to start putting out content.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there any topics that, like I said, it's been a year, man. Is there anything that's, if you could cover 3, what would be 3 you would cover?
If I had a influence on the topic, because I know this kind of was an idea spawned by you, and me and Isaac kind of had a hand in it, just kind of helping you as far as just giving you our ideas. But if we did like, if I had suggestions on topics,
Absolutely.
let's do one about the creation of Harley Davidson, because it's a very interesting story.
Okay.
That probably not a whole lot of people know, because like not, especially our generation, not everybody is a rider, and I just think that's a pretty cool story. What else? You and me could go down a whole rabbit hole talking about
Name
college
drop.
football. Anything college football, like the traditions. I found a tradition this week that I just thought was interesting because I'm not a fan of that college. Do you know what Auburn, Alabama does when they have a big victory?
I do not.
They go to this park. Forgive me for not knowing the name of the park, but they TP trees. So when you drive through and you see trees just covered in toilet paper, you know they won their game.
No shit.
That's their tradition. They've done it forever.
Okay.
I just thought
Well,
it was cool.
since you said that, and I'll have it on recording that I'm putting you on the spot,
Mhm.
that's your episode. We're going to switch
Which
roles.
one?
College football.
College football. Okay.
We're going to switch roles for that episode.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you do all the research you want to do, anything you want to tell me, and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna play BB for that one.
Okay. I can absolutely do that.
You like that?
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That'd be cool.
So we've got.
It'll be like I'll go ahead and tell you, it'll be like a fun fact type episode.
Most
like,
definitely.
Like I'll probably bounce from school to school and just hit you with like 2 or 3 facts and then we'll roll on.
This is your boat, Bubba.
That'd
We'll
be cool.
sell it how you
Yeah.
want to.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
So we've got Harley, we've got football. What's a third? What's a third?
Third topic. Shit.
Not that easy to come up with topics, is it?
No. Well, I'm trying to think of a good one. Not just one that like I care about, but like one that like would be kind of broad. I don't know. Not at this moment.
Well, we'll come back to you on the next episode to figure out your third topic.
Okay.
How's that sound? That
That's
work
fair.
for you?
No, that's fair. I'll give you a 3. Just let me think of one that's like more broader, because I like the motorcycles and I like college football. I want to do something that's not 100% in my wheelhouse.
Most definitely, most definitely. Man, I appreciate you sitting there jumping back down this rabbit hole with me, man.
Absolutely.
And if y'all liked it, fucking like, follow, subscribe, and we're going to get y'all some more content. Anything y'all want to learn, put it in the comments. If y'all want to send it to us, y'all can send it through our emails, which will be posted at the end of the video. Y'all have a good one.
Eagle,